Thank you so much for joining me today. Today is Saturday the 18th. I'm very happy to have you here. Thank you so much for taking time from your Saturday to join me here in today's webinar. As you see today, we have a different layout. As you see, we have my name here. We have the subscribe here and just a new software. Hopefully you guys really like it. I just wanted to up a little bit the game here for you guys to benefit a little bit more. So today we're going to talk about, do you need to borrow money or not? Do you need funding or not? How to get funding, and when are the best situations for you to ask for funding, because it's not an easy subject and a subject that you need to be aware of, and you need to be careful you need to be careful when you borrow money because there's a lot of consequences if you do it wrong, and I want to make sure you really enjoy it. And I really want to make sure that when you borrow money, you have the mindset to know why would you take the money and why wouldn't you, why should you, why shouldn't you. And I'm going to tell you my own experience that I have went and I got some lending, and I'll share it with you, the company, and I have done it myself and why did I do that. So I'm going to explain all that with you today. And today, please, if you're new to the channel, my name is Saad Basim. We come here every Saturday and Wednesday. Last Wednesday we didn't come in because I had a few things that I really wanted to do and I wasn't sure about. But starting from this Wednesday, you should be fine. We fell off the wagon, but we're back. So please, if you have any question, leave it in the comments. So when it comes in, I'll be able to read it and make sure that we really answer your questions. And hopefully you enjoy today's webinar. So as you see, we have look at the new things here in this software, which is nice. Audrey says, gotta go to work, but I'll watch later. Happy Saturday, Giants. So Audrey, thank you so much. I know it's only enough for you to check in and making sure that everything is good. So I wish you have a great and amazing day at work, and I hope you'll be able to find your way where you can actually supplement or replace that income with your Amazon FBA business or e-commerce business or whatever you feel comfortable. So thank you so much for dropping by and saying hi, and I hope you're having a great day. Then we have Ginger Bay says, good morning, Saad, and everyone. Good morning to you, Nancy. I hope you're doing fine. I know we're busy in the back end, but thank you so much for everything that you do, and I appreciate you. And at the same time, we have Pernilla. Pernilla says, hello, hi, everyone. Hey to you, Pernilla. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for joining, and I appreciate you. And we have Lux says, hi there, everyone. Hi to you, Lux, and thanks for joining. And already we get a compliment about Pernilla about the layout, and says, nice layout, Sad. Thank you so much. I had a problem last week, as you remember, guys. I had a problem that logging in. I was really, I think 10 minutes late, and because the software was glitching all the time. So I tried to find another software. I asked a few of my friends, and they recommended this one for me. And that's the first time. That's why I was worried if it's going to work or not, but I'm glad that it really works. Has a lot of good features that's going to help us to communicate. It will help us to be clear when you ask questions. Everything's going to show up here at the banner, as you see, which is really nice layout. So I'm very happy and excited about it. It looks, it's like a new toy for me. So if you see a lot of emojis, a lot of stuff, just because I'm excited. But hey, thank you so much for your compliment, and I'm glad that you like it. And we have Mini John Kim says, good morning to you, and great. It's great that you guys are here. So please ask your questions, and I will see what we have here after. But let's talk about what we have here, which is the funding, how you get funding, and why should you get funding, and when do you get it. I have a few pointers that I have for you, and we'll discuss them right away. And I'm very excited for that subject. Before I continue, I would like to know how you guys doing. How is the 100K challenges doing? How is the progress? What are you doing right now? Leave it in the chat. Tell me, what are you doing? Did you do product research? Are you placed an order before they went to Chinese New Year? Because Chinese New Year already started. And I mean, Chinese New Year, I mean, whatever, they have vacation, because in China, they always have vacation for almost a month, usually from January 15 to February 15, depending on the factory, depending on a lot of things, but usually they have a month off. So let me know how you did. Please leave it in the chat. Let me know how you did and what you guys doing already. I'm already looked for product. I'm already having enough products that I'm launching this month. But at the same time, after February, when they come back from vacation or after they come back from this long holiday, I'm thinking about launching a few products or validating a few products that I would like to test them. It's going to be a little bit different idea or method of me launching products, but it's going to be awesome. So please let me know how you're doing and how is the progress that you have. And if you didn't join I told you I'm going to be like a baby. Please let me know. Don't forget to join our monthly contest and 100K challenge. Click the link below to enter. So there's a link below that's gonna get you to subscribe to enter the monthly contest, because every month we're gonna have a contest where we're gonna give a lot of good prizes for you. That's gonna help you to grow your business, which is my commitment to contribute to be a part of your journey with the 100K challenge and making sure that you reach 100K by the end of this 2020. At the same time, my challenge is I would like to get to 10K per month. 10K per month. No, not 10K per month. 10K subscribers by the end of this year, and hopefully we reach it. It's a big goals, but we have to set big goals. So please, if you didn't, go ahead and join it, and will be awesome to see you there. So let's talk about funding. And I think, by the way, before I start, is just a disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor. I am not a person who's very well have a degree in finance or anything like that. It's just something I picked up with business, with my own experience. I'm sharing my own experience. I'm sharing my own ideas about this specific subject, and one to borrow, one not to borrow. And I think it's really important to increase your Amazon FBA business if you know how to leverage this kind of other people's money. If you can, if you're not comfortable, I understand 100%. It's all about how you get the knowledge and how you be able to use that money in your advantage. So that's been said, it's only my experience, and I'm just sharing with you what I have done so far and why it's important to get or to borrow money from other people. First of all, I think all of us, we need money, extra money, just to be able to fund our business and grow our business and establish the brand, add more units. And usually that's when we need to borrow money for expansion. Usually if you have a working capital, what's a working capital? Is basically, let's say I have a product that every month I have to have $10,000 in the bank to make sure I order and making sure I'm reordering. And this money is all tied up with the business itself that you cannot take away, because if you take 1,000 or 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, you won't be able to reorder, or it's gonna stall the whole process of your chain of ordering, placing an order, getting units in, then selling, making sure you get the money from Amazon. Once you get the money from Amazon, then you fund it to your supplier, and this is a rotation. So it's going to be a business relationship between you, the supplier, whether in China, UK, US, whatever it is, and you have Amazon. These are three relationships that you have. So you buy the product from the supplier, that's me, buy the product from a supplier, then I send it to Amazon. When Amazon comes to Amazon, now Amazon, I'm going to sell the product, and after a while, they're going to send me the money. When they send me the money to my account, then I'll be able to take it and send it to my supplier. That's a working capital. That means there's money there in the bank, but you cannot withdraw, because we'll stall the whole process of your distribution or of you ordering product and processing everything. So this working capital is going to be there, is stuck there, and you cannot do anything with it, only for the existing product that you have. So if you have that issue, which is you're going to see a lot of times, hey, I got money, I have $10,000, and then after a week it's gone. So that's working capital is always there on existing product that's already profitable. So how do you manage that? How do you go about getting more money to free this working capital, to put them into another product, to put it in another business, or to put it in anything else that you want? So let's talk about how I thought about it with my own business. So for example, as you know, I did that with the one product with the supplement, which was almost $15,000 to $20,000 working capital that was was in the business that I wasn't able to take, even the business was profitable. So every time my business goes ahead and makes $46,000 per month, so I was able to have the money, extra money for myself, but is not enough. Is not was all the money was there, and even though it's profitable. So it's very important to get funding if you want to expand your business, and that's really a great idea of doing it. I'm going to explain even more what it is and how to do it, how I thought about it, and everything. Getting funding is very important for establishing your business credit. So, for example, if you're in the US, it could be very easy. If you have a business that's based in the same country that you sell in, it's very easy. But for me, it's a little bit hard. For example, I live in Canada, and I cannot get a business credit because I'm in Canada, and I don't live in the US, even though I operate in the US, and I cannot qualify for credit because I'm not US resident. So I had to go be creative and be able to find another way of finding this kind of money, or be able to borrow that money. And I'm going to share with you the company and everything and how I did it. Number 3, it's very important for reordering faster without waiting for Amazon payment. So for example, let's say I have only $5,000. I ordered the product, came in, I sold out, or I start selling very fast, but I cannot place a new order because I don't have the money, because I'm waiting for Amazon to give me the money. So it's very important in this case that you be able to take the money and borrow money, send it to supplier, place your order, and then you'll be able to pay that back once Amazon pays you. So it's really important, and I think it's one of the reasons why you would like to seek some that you would like to go ahead and seek some lending. So it's really important. And also other people use this funding for starting a new brand. For example, let's say you exhausted your brand ideas, or exhausted the ideas of how many products you're going to put in your brand, and you want to start a brand new because you find a good opportunity in another niche. So maybe you want to take the money, working capital from the existing brand, and take that money and invest in another brand. You will be able to do that with the money that you'll be able to get, which is really, really great. So now let's talk about why I think funding, or why I thought of it this way, and why funding is good nowadays, because it's very cheap to borrow money these days. The economy is booming, the interest rate is very low, and it's really easy to get money for low interest, and you'll be able to make more money, because whatever you're going to invest the money is going to have a bigger interest, or it's going to have a better income, or it's going to have a better conversion, or it's going to have better ROI. So that's why I think it's a good time to do it if you're responsible and you know what you're doing exactly. Now, so let's talk about how I think about it and how you would go about it. And I'll explain a little bit about the percentages or ROIs. So if I'm selling a product on Amazon, and let's say I'm selling this pen on Amazon, if I buy it for $10, I'm expecting to make another $10 as a profit. So my ROI is 100%. So if I put $10,000 in a business, I'm expecting another $10,000 back as a net profit. Now, let's take that calculation and let's think about it a little bit deeper. So, as I said, if I invest $10,000 and I have 100% ROI, that means I'm making $20,000, right? Perfect. Now, let's say we're taking the same $10,000, but we take them from the funding, or if we're taking them from companies that give you the ability to borrow money, especially if you have e-commerce business, because it's very hard to get to borrow money when you have an e-commerce, especially a lot of banks are not used to it. So let's say you took Amazon lending, for example, and at 10%. So if I take $10,000 from Amazon, okay, that's $10,000 with 10% interest. That means I will be paying $11,000, because there's 10% over 10,000. That's $1,000 extra. So you tell me, you're making $20,000. If I put 10,000 on Amazon and I will get 20,000, that means $20,000 you have, right? The $10,000 extra minus the $1,000. That's the interest rate that you're going to pay, that you need to pay from the lending. That means you have $9,000 extra as a profit. So now this spread, if I take someone else's money, if I tell you right now, take $10,000, but give me $1,000. But you have the opportunity to go out there and make $10,000 instead of paying $1,000. For sure, you're going to take that deal. I will take the money, invest in whatever I want, and then I'll pay you the $11,000, and then I'm going to cash in the extra $9,000. So that's why the difference in interest rate is going to help you, especially depending on the business that we're doing. Now, if you do something like real estate or you do something else, it's going to be the ROI maybe much lower. So maybe the spread is going to be around 8% or 6% or 7%. I am not in real estate. I know nothing about it. All what I know is about how this lending works for my specific business. So that's why I said, if you be able to borrow and you make more money than what you borrow, for sure, why wouldn't you take it? So for me, I did that. I made the calculations like, hey, I paid 10% for the $10,000 I got, but I actually make more money every month, $4,000 to $6,000 extra. So who cares if I pay $1,000 as an interest? That's very cheap to borrow. So that's why I made the decision to go ahead and apply for a loan with a company called Sellersfunding, and I'm going to share with you the website itself. And they have very nice people, very professional, and I was able to get it within a week. I was able to get the money deposited in my account. They asked me how much I want, but I said just 10,000. Let's see how the process goes, and it really was amazing. Now, when to borrow and when not to borrow. Now, if you are brand new to this business, Amazon, FBA, and you have no experience, I will never recommend you to go ahead and borrow money from someone else and try to invest in your business, especially when you have no experience. I think you're playing with fire. I think it's going to hurt you, and I think you will be losing the money. So the only time I recommend getting funding or be able to get access to another funding is by funding a product that already exists, that already profitable, already ranked, already making you money every month, and then you'll be able to fund your business or borrow money for that specific business or that specific brand. I wouldn't ever invest the money, even at my level. I'm very good at product research. I'm very good at launching. I have very good experience in that business. I will never use someone else's money to launch a brand new product. I launch it with my own money, with the profit that I get from other products, from other brands. When I take that profit and have enough, then I'll try to launch a new product. And that money that comes in from from my profit, I will be able to fund that business if it works and start working and start making money. Then and only then, after 2-3 months, when I start becoming profitable and I see every month I'm making a good average of a net profit, then I'll be able to ask for funding or borrow money, because already proven that business is really good. So for me, I don't recommend it for people who are brand new, that they don't have any business experience in Amazon FBA. And please do not borrow money that you don't have, or money that might hurt your mortgage, might hurt your kids' schooling or anything like that. Please don't do it. One of the main reasons I started this channel or started the Amazon FBA Giants, if you didn't join yet, please join our Amazon FBA Giants. But you need to send me a message letting me know that you want to get in, because I don't accept anybody. Is that I wanted to build it under a good integrity, honesty, and transparency to make sure for those who are coming new to the business, they know what are the obstacles, they know what to expect. And that's very important, because I have seen a lot of people, and I lost a lot of sleep myself, seeing other people who get in the business with the wrong expectations and losing their retirement, their savings, or money they don't have, or money that they borrowed from the bank, or a loan, or a loan from their family, and they ruined everything. So please don't be that person. And that's what was very sensitive subject for me to come and speak about, because I know a lot of people skeptical about it. And I don't want to come here and just say, go ahead, withdraw money and make your dream reality. No, I'm not this kind of guy. So please do it responsibly. Now, the company that I use or have used called Sellersfunding, and you can go ahead and vet them if you want, and go ahead and check them out. I'm going to share the screen and you'll be able to see them. So this is Sellersfunding, as you see, this Sellersfunding is very a company that being founded, or the CEOs are Fabio and Ricardo. They are good people that I have met and be introduced to, and I was very happy with their how they handled the business and how they were talking about how to lend money. And the percentage is not that bad. If you do Amazon lending, it's going to be anything between 5 to 10%, and the same thing here. Now I got 10%. Why? Because I don't have a US a credit, so it was very hard for me to get a very lower interest rate. But how they go about their business here is about, you connect your Amazon seller business to their platform, and they'll be able to see how your account is performing, how's the seller feedback, how your relationship with Amazon, how many times you get suspended, do you get any suspended, are you in good standing, how much you've been averaging money. They have their own algorithm to know how much money they can give you without having any credit check. So me, I had no credit check. I give them access to my account. They told me I can go up to a big amount. I was like, no, I just need $10,000 to see how it works. And I went through it, and within a week, I was able to get the money in my account. Now, if you want to go ahead and read more about it, you'll be able to do it for any business that's running, whether it's wholesale, private label, retail arbitrage, online arbitrage, pallets, whatever it is. If you're selling on Amazon and you have the data on Amazon, you should be fine, and you will be able to do well with it. Now, it was very easy to create an account, very seamless. You have a dashboard that can tells you everything about how much you borrowed, how much is the interest rate, how much is they talk also about how many how much is your business valued at, and a lot of things. Like this product that I showed you guys, I mean, the one in the supplement, the evaluation, I know it's not accurate 100%, it's not accurate 100%, but it was around $240,000 if I want to sell that business. That's a big chunk of money, you know what I mean? So they really help you with connecting you with other people, with other businesses that they're partnered with, that they help you in other parts of your business, which is really great. And also, if you go ahead and contact them, just tell them Amazon FBA Giant, you've been referred by Amazon FBA Giant by Saad Basim, and they will be able to help you and take care of you. And if you have any issues, let me know, and I will be able to speak to their CEO, Ricardo and Fabio, to help you with your application if you have any issues. Now, before you take any money, I just want to give you advice, and after that, I'm going into your questions. I'm going into everything that you have. Guys, if you are, one, before you take any money, please make sure that you're responsible. Make sure that you know yourself, that you're not going to get yourself in trouble. If you had a bad experience, you had maybe, I don't know, collection agencies, maybe you had bankruptcies, maybe you had anything bad, please do not borrow the money. Please do not. Make sure that you're really responsible. Be honest with yourself. Make sure that the money that you borrow goes into something really good, not something that you're going to take and just buy a new car or go ahead and buy a new watch or any other investment. Please do not do that. Make sure that you are doing it for the sake of the business and growing your business. Okay, it's really, really important, because that could hurt you and hurt your credit score, could hurt your business. You could lose a lot of things if you don't do it right. So that's my take, and I hope you guys are really thinking about that if you have an existing product. So that's been said. Now let's talk about what kind of questions that you guys have, and let's get to it. Now let me see what we have. Oh, well, we have a lot of questions. All right. Iron says, hey guys, and Saad, hi to you, man. Here we have a question from Mini Jump Kim. Says, I took your advice on trying out arbitrage. I have 2 boxes backed with lots of stuff that I'm going to ship in Monday. How soon should I expect to make my first sale? I cannot tell you. I don't know what you have. I don't know what you have sourced. I don't know what kind of bestseller rank. I don't know what you have done. So when I said retail online arbitrage, I'm telling you, like, even now, if I share with you, look at that. That's all product that needs to be shipped. to Amazon, all of them. Okay, that's retail online arbitrage. So now, when I'm saying this, I don't know what you have done, so I don't know what you expect. I know what to expect when I launch a product. I know what kind of BSR I'm selling the product. I know what kind of category. I have a lot of experience, so I know what's up. So I don't know what you have done. So what to expect, I'm not sure. That's up to you and up to your product. It's very hard to know if I don't know your product. Iron Daniel says, are you using OBS with overlay? No, I'm not. I'm just using this thing called StreamYard. And I found about it. It's very nice. And that's what I'm using. OBS started glitching a lot. And that's why I stopped using it. Chase says, God morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Thank you, Gene. Good morning to you, too. Now, let's see the other question. Hello, for new listing, bullets are 100 or 200 character. Have found different opinions. Yes, there is different opinions. I usually by Amazon, they say up to 100 character for each bullet point, but I use 200. So whatever they allow me, I think 200 or 250. 200. Yeah, 200 for all of them. And hey, it's been working fine for me. And that's what we use with our listing optimization service. If you wanted to go ahead and to visit our website, AmazonFBAGents.com, and we have a very good, amazing listing optimization, listing creation service for very cheap that, you know, I can put it against any other service out there. And I'm 100% confident it's really good. That's what I use myself on my products. That's what I use on my clients. And that's how we get the best results so far. So we know what we do. If you want, go ahead and buy it. And it's really cheap. Let's see what else. Ooh, okay. Lux says, still searching for a product. That's good, man. It's not going to come easy. Lux is going to take time for you to find a product. Is going to take a lot of time. Is going to take time to find a product. Do not expect that's going to happen overnight. It will take time. If it takes time, maybe it takes a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month. Be patient. Make sure that you're really validating a good product. That's where it's going to make you and break you. If you have a good product, it's going to make your launch easy. It's going to make easier for you to get reviews. It's going to make easier for you to scale the product. It's going to make easier for you to build the brand. So take your time on that and trust me, easy. Like now for me, it's much easier to do. But I mean, like I found those 4 products. It's going to be 4. I'm telling you, it's going to be awesome. Those I found them within 2 hours, I believe, and they're really good opportunities. So let's see how it goes. Take your time, man. Do not rush it, and make sure you ask someone to validate this product for you. It's worth the consultation. It's worth if you pay someone to validate for you, because I'd rather you pay a few $100 than getting the product and getting stuck with it, and then you lose a lot of money just because of it. And I just came. Thank you, Nancy, for correcting me. Basically, you're right. The characters for the title is $199, and for the bullet points, $249. You're right, 100%. I messed them up myself too. So I know the characters 200 for the title used to be what $199, and then for the bullet points $249, which used to be $250. Thank you so much, Nancy. I appreciate you your correction. Now, Iron Dan says, doing great, Saad. This weekend, launching a new product with 8 variation, editing the photos while tuning in to this live. I'm committed to the 100K challenge. I applaud you so much, Iron, for taking that challenge. I'm very happy that you're launching those products. I'm actually very proud that you're able to launch a product with 8 variation. That's a big task. Make sure my take on this, make sure that when you run your PPC, when you create your PPC, each product has its own ad group. Okay, so you can track what the keywords are working for each product, for each color, for each count, whatever it is. So please do that, and you should be good. Why I'm saying this, because I got a client who came in and working with his listings, working with all his project, and he has 100 listings. We had to start all over because all the products with under the same campaign without any ad groups, and was very, very hard to track what's working and what's not working. So make sure you do that from now so you don't lose the money, and you make sure you structure them very well. All right, very good question. Very good question. Pernilla says, I'm updating my listing. I have been, whatever the word, procrastinating. Wow. I've been lazy basically for a while, working really hard with Photoshop and making the listing better. Also in the process of ordering a new product line for the EU market. Congratulations, Pernilla. That's how you do it. Now is the time for you to change your listing, reiterating your pictures, your images, your enhanced brand content, your text, whatever it is. Now is the time for you guys to do it and make sure that you be ahead of the game because now is a slow season, as you know. Has a lot of things that's slowing down a bit, but it's picking up slowly. So very, very, very good thing that you're doing. And I'm excited to see how you're going to do in the EU. And yeah, it's very awesome. Actually, there's the product that we're doing in Germany right now. I do not recommend going in UK or Europe if you do not establish already in the US. But this is a very unique situation where the person I'm with, he's actually lives in Germany. So he wanted to do that because of getting funding from the government. So let's see how that goes. So please keep us posted. And I hope you're going to kill it. Let's see what else we have. Carl says, Amazon says that misspellings of plurals are not important to add to rank for keyword. Is it true? Look, Carl, Amazon says a lot of things, and it's up to you if you want to really not put them. By myself, I put the misspellings. Yes, plurals, it's up to you, but as we use them. So, for example, if I have, let's say, a pen, yellow pen. Okay, let's say yellow pen. If I put yellow pen in my PPC and someone types yellow pens, I will show up because Amazon will be able to recognize the singular and the plural of the search term or the seed keyword that you put it into your PPC. Now, for indexing, I do not believe they are both indexed, okay? Because they're both ranked differently. So now if I have yellow pen versus yellow pens, I could be yellow pen position number 3, but yellow pens, I could be position last in the first page. So now, how are you going to work with that? For me, I do not put plural, but in my bullet points, whatever it is, I make sure I have the phrase of the singular and the plural. So if I have the singular yellow pen in the title, I make sure yellow pens in the bullet points. So it's really important to do it because you need to index for both of them and you need to rank for both of them. Now, what happens a lot, you need to check your search volume for these keywords. So see yellow pen, it could be 10,000 yellow pens. It could be 2,000 or something like that. So make sure you have them. And trust me, I do it all the time. I put them in if you have misspellings, I put them in the back end. If I have anything plural that I feel it's necessary, I'll put it in the bullet points or the title, depending on which one has the more search volume. The one has more search volume, I'll put in the title. The one has the least search volume, I'll put in the bullet points. That's how I would do it. Okay, very good question. And I hope you find value, man. Okay, let's see. Tipsy men. Tipsy men. Tonight is a big UFC fight. So a lot of people are going to get tipsy. McGregor versus Donald Cerrone, Cowboy, which is, I'm a big fan of UFC. So tonight I'm going to, as soon as I finish this, I have a few meetings and then I'm going to take the day off just to prepare for the UFC and maybe, get tipsy. Fine on it, sure. But very nice name. Says, hey, Saad, I'm kind of started to rank, but I am with the bigger boys now. I'm on page 1, but still pay for PPC. I am in the negative 200 every 2 weeks. Okay. When you start a new product or new brand, most likely you're going to lose money. Most likely you're going to lose money or you're going to break even. Like, for example, I want to come here also to tell you, not everything I touch, I'm going to make it great, okay? So, for example, I have a few products that are doing very well, but now we have actually one product. There were two products. Both of them, they didn't do very well in the beginning of January because that's when we launched them. And I was worried last week. But what happened, there was an issue with the algorithm last week. So if you see last week, I was almost like scared. I was like, what happened? Usually I sell, let's say, six. Let me see. Usually I sell like 25 units to 30 units a day. And this day I sold 6 units. I'm like, what happened? What happened? I was freaking out. But then I didn't know. I checked my listings. I did all the troubleshooting that I usually do if there's anything happens like that. And I found nothing. But then I went to the Facebook groups and I found out that a lot of people having an issue with Amazon algorithm. So a product, a keyword that they were ranked number 1 or number 3, now they're ranked number 300. So if you see the sales here, it's upside down. So here, see this? Look what happened here with this one here. From these two, oh my God, scared me. But then look, we came back up. So that was an issue, but now one of them is doing well. The second one, actually, it's a little bit, we're losing money. I think we're losing 10 to 30 bucks a day. Now that's due to competition, due to we have few things that we haven't done yet, which is working on. That's why after I'm done, I'm gonna sit with my team to make sure that we really have a good launch for Manychat, which is a review campaign we're gonna have. I'm pretty sure we're going to kill it. But that's what I'm saying. You will be losing money in the first month or two until you become profitable later on, because that's how the graph is going to go, guys. Remember this. You're going to be launch your product. You're going to go on the red. You're going to go on the red, and slowly, when you start ranking, we start ranking PPC, we start everything, you start going up, and then you become profitable. That's how it works, and usually that takes a month, 2 months, 3 months, depending on the product that you have. Okay? But if you're on the first page, the question is going to ask why, if you're on the first page and you ranked, why not converting very well? So what I would do first, I will go to my business report. Okay, I go by detailed by ASIN and look at the unit session percentage and see unit session percentage. What is it? Unit session percentage usually equals conversion. So you want to be over 10%. Anything below 10%, that means you need to work on your listing. There's an issue with the price. There's an issue with images. There's an issue with the description, maybe the product itself, maybe the color, whatever it is. There's something you need to look at your product. If anything over 10%, basically you're doing well, and you should be a little bit breaking even or profitable. For example, now the product that we have, let's say I'm talking about the supplement that you guys know about, not my other products. The supplement, I have over 22% conversion rate. So that means for every 100 people come to my listing, 22 people buy 20. Oh my God, buy. I get 22 people buy from me, which is the conversion rate is really high. So more you get established, more keywords you're ranked for, you'll be able to get better. But 200 every 2 weeks, that means 100 every week. That means you're basically, around 18 bucks a day you're losing. But if you see progress and you're doing everything, you should be fine. But now, if you're hanging with the big boys, please go ahead and look at your unit session percentage and see if it's working well. Very, very important. But very, very happy that you are hanging with the big boys. But then I don't understand the second one. Should I try to liquidate since I'm losing money? I'm not sure. I don't know, man. If you're ranking and you're with the big boys, I think there's an issue with your listing. I think maybe there's an issue with your product, with your offer. It could be something that you can, for the next order, maybe you can add a different differentiation. Maybe you can add an add-on to make sure that you really convert well. So for me, I cannot tell you this without looking at the product, without looking at the listing, at the market, at the depth, at the competition. A lot of things you need to look at. So for me to come here and tell you, yes, do it or not, is very hard. But if you want to watch a video about how to liquidate your product, I have a video in our playlist of how to liquidate your product if you want it. But please, guys, and I said that, and maybe I'm not trying to push you to buy anything from me, but go ahead and consult someone who's better than you or ahead of you. They'll be able to look at your listing and determine. It's a little fee that you're gonna pay to make sure that you might have something good or something you can cut. And I don't know. Make sure really let someone else to look at it and see if there's possibility for you to stop it or to continue with it by differentiating a little bit more. That's my opinion. Monica says, hey everyone. Hey to you, Monica. Thanks for joining us today. Ginger said, Sad, when you borrow for a new product, is it to expand an already successful brand or to branch out? As I've said, I'm a big believer of if I'm taking this money with Amazon, I'm going to do it within Amazon, not to branch out outside to do Shopify, to do other things. But I can use it for a successful product that already generating money, already profitable. I will use the money for it. Or if this is doing very well and I wanted to add an extra products to that specific brand, I can do that, take the money and launch a new products within the same line. But I wouldn't start a brand new product or a brand new brand. So if I am into supplement, I'm not going to take this money and go ahead and do something in home and kitchen. I wouldn't do that myself, okay? But yes, use it for a product that already working, already profitable. This is my opinion, guys, okay? Because if it's making money, you can take the money from credit, pay your supplier, get the product, and once Amazon pay you, pay them back, and that's it. The process is going to be easy. And what makes it nice with Sellersfunding, they take the money every 2 weeks from your account. So every time there's basically they time you. See when you're getting money from Amazon, and when the money comes in, after a few days they will draw their payment, which is really cheap. For me, it was $800 or $700 every 2 weeks. And yeah, it was nothing. Actually, it was very good for me. So I was happy with it. Good question, Nancy. How should you compete for the buy box with Amazon in RA? Very good question. As I said, I have a video about how to win the buy box. Go ahead and watch it. But usually it has to be lower price. It depends on a lot of things. Usually a price. If you have the lowest price, you will get the buy box. If you have, it depends on the history of your account. If you're an established seller or not, if you have a good seller feedback, that plays in buying the buy box. The third thing is going to be how much inventory you have. If you have a lot of inventory, Amazon could give you the buy box because he knows you have more. So if they show you more, that means that you're going to sell more. That means they're going to make more money. And also it depends on the location where the products are. So for example, if I have my product in a fulfillment center on Amazon and in New York, and someone ordering from California, all right, ordering from California, they will ship it to one in California. But if they find another seller which is closer to California, let's say in the middle, in Colorado, Las Vegas, maybe, they will get the buy box because they know according to this buyer is closer to this seller, which means faster shipping, faster delivery, which is going to enhance the buyer's experience. So depends on a lot of things, okay? So that's how I think. That's why when you make a shipping plan, they're going to send you to multiple fulfillment centers. So you have one product, you have 10 of them. They're going to send 3 here, 3 here, 3 here, all over the states to make sure you're really getting be closer to what they expect the buyer going to be or where the buyers are usually. Nika Das says, Sad, can you please cover a bit taxes in the US for Canadian? Is there any special setup in Sellersfunding that needs to be done? Nika Das, you are sneaky. I think you're looking at my notes. Actually, why I'm saying that is sneaky, not in a bad way, Nick. I hope you understand that, because I'm actually one of the videos I'm working on is going to be how to create an account for Canadians and what are the best steps. So for Canadians, it's a little bit tricky, and I don't think a lot of people know about it. Especially, I have been through it a lot, and I have heard from a lot of people and get me a little bit in trouble sometimes, but then I was able to figure it out. But what you need to make sure is make sure that you have an account, you get the seller account or account in the US. So go to Amazon.ca Seller Central and be able to get the account within the Canada, because the Canadian account that you're going to get is going to be unified, is going to give you access to the US marketplace and Mexico, and also you pay much cheaper than the US. So the monthly fees are much cheaper. Now, what is going to happen is your setup, your company setup is going to be a little bit different than the rest of people here. Here they just do LLC, they get a bank account, you're good to go. For you is going to be a little bit difficult, because how I do it, my own experience, how I do mine, I have an LLC that operates for a specific brand in the US. Then I have my big company, my parent company in Canada, and all the LLCs that make money, they go ahead and be transferred to my Canadian company, and that's how I play with my taxes and all this stuff. That's how I pay my taxes. This is how my accountant look at my expenses, my income, my outcome, and everything. Now, you need to make sure that you have a US-based account. So basically, you can go to RBC, TD, BMO, and ask them for cross-border banking, and make sure you tell them US-based account, because they tell, oh, you want US account, here you are. But actually, it's a Canadian US account. You don't want that. You want to make sure that US-based account, that actually an account that in the States that you'll be able to operate from, is very easy to get. So that's how you start, but stay tuned. I'm coming up with how to create an account for Canadians, how to create a second account, and all this stuff. So stay tuned. Very good question. Lex says, I'll let you know as soon as I find a product. Thanks. Thank you so much. And I'm very happy that Lex, you've taken this step and really going with the 100K challenge and not forgetting. I see a lot of people, they just forget about it. They think it was 2020 motivation speak. Go ahead, join the 100K challenge. No, do it every day, man. Go hustle. Go ahead and look for product. Do not forget about your goal. Have it in. Last week I didn't have the image. I didn't have my my picture here, whatever it is. I had my board. Okay, that's what I had. I had my board. On my board had all the goals and the vision, and also the tasks that I need to do every day. So I had another board, which is, I'll show you. So I have another board here, okay? This, my other board, where I actually write the main goals, the main vision, and then I have this one, a big one, which is, I had it here, and I had every task and what I'm gonna do this week, what I'm gonna do this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, what I have to do, what my wife has to do, what my team has to do, and that's how I make sure that I'm on top of things. Now, do I slack? 100%. Did it like Wednesday? I didn't do the tutorial. Why? Because I was busy with this stuff. It's not an excuse. It's not an excuse. I'm telling you, it's not an excuse. I should have done that video, but I didn't come through. But I'm not going to be hard on myself. I'm going to say, you know what? I messed up. I know it. Next time is not going to happen. So I'm very applaud you for this, Lux. And I think those people who are committing, people who are commenting right now, they say, yes, I'm in the 100K challenge. Go ahead, do it. Prove it to everybody that you can do it. And do not be like those ones, oh, I forgot 22 resolution. That's like the people who are, hey, I want to lose weight for the 2020. And they go, I'm big mistake with me too. But anyways, they say 2020, I'm going to go ahead, go to the gym. The first 2 weeks, they're running, doing everything. And after 2 weeks, you don't even see them in the gym. They reach their goal. Don't let that happen in your business, because this is affecting not only your health, affecting you, affecting your family, affecting your kids, affecting your wife, affecting you as a person. When you're sitting with yourself and talking about this business and you know you didn't do it well or you didn't achieve it, it's going to hurt you. So come on, do it. Even if you fall short, it's okay. And that's what's really important. You trying and be better. Slowly, you're going to get better. You know, I would say Michael Jordan says, I accept failures, but I cannot accept not trying. So I don't mind failures, but do not tell me I cannot try it or didn't try it at least. I have to try it, but accept failures if that happens or that happens. But we're trying to minimize everything here. Very, very good job, Lux. I cannot wait to see your results. I'm very happy you're very vocal about it. And I'm very happy that you're commenting about it. I applaud you. I applaud you. Very nice. Okay. Min John Kim says, what PSR is what cash do you think it's good? All the info I find is for the US, so it's hard to get a good information on .ca arbitrage. It's not only about BSR, it's about collectively how you're looking at the business, okay? And I think it sounds just a little bit weird, but for sure you want to find a lower BSR, because lower BSR means has higher sales velocity. If it has high sales velocity, that means the product will sell in a short period of time. You will be able to find products in Canada, anything below 50,000 BSR is going to sell, but it might take time. So if you're really with a short budget and you just want to make sure you flip your money very quickly, you might be very restricted, or you be very strict about how much the BSR is. So if you're doing this, maybe the BSR, it should be around 10, 20,000, 25,000, the highest, and be able to get the money back as soon as possible and reinvest it back. But if you have enough budget, you will run out of good products that have 50,000 BSR. You will run out of the good products that really flips very quickly. So for example, I had a lot of products that below 50 and was very good and everything. But then when I started looking for more products, I'm going out there starting sourcing, I'm doing retail online arbitrage, I started finding that the product that with below 50,000 I already purchased them. And I don't want to purchase it again, because you want to go wide, not deep in the product, right? So I want to make sure that I have a lot of inventory for different things, different SKUs, because that's going to increase my chances of selling many units per day. So now I'm finding a product like this batch that you saw. There's some of them are actually around 80, 70,000 BSR. Why is that? Because I know even if I get them today, I'm not, hey, I have to sell them this week. No, I don't mind it if I sell them next week or the week after or the next month or the month after. So the idea is this: whatever I buy last month will sell this month. Whatever I buy this month will sell next month. If you have enough inventory, that means everything that you're going to buy is going to make sales for you daily. So that's why I say build your inventory is really important. But good job that you're going out there and sourcing. And I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you. Let us know about the results. Ginger Nancy says, thanks, Ad. What was that was what I meant. A product related to your successful brand on Amazon. 100%. Thank you so much, Nancy. Great question. Min John Kim says, if you sell in both Canada and US, can you split the money by currency? If you link a US-based account, does it send your money in US regardless of what you sell in CA? Does your RA in Canada get paid in US? No, no, it doesn't work this way. So when you have the account, the Canadian account, you're going to have the US access to US marketplace. You're going to have access to Canadian marketplace, and also you're going to get access to the Mexico. So if I'm selling in Canada, I'm going to put the product under the Canadian marketplace. If I'm selling the US, I'm going to put it under the US marketplace. Now, these two marketplaces are separate. They're different. So if I have my Canadian, it's going to be paid in Canadian money. If I'm doing US, it's going to be paid in the US money. Now, if you get the Canadian money, if you want to transfer them to the US bank account, you can do that if you want. Or you can keep it there and you can just grow your business in Canada. So for sure, if you do the transfer money from the Canadian to the US, you're going to lose money, or you're going to lose the conversion currency rate split, whatever it is, and vice versa. So it's up to you there. Okay, but very good question. Very, very good question. I have some questions from the Facebook group, so I would like to share them, I believe. And if you're here already, please comment, like the video, and don't forget to enter our 100K challenge. And because the link is below, and enter our monthly contest if you're really serious about it and you're not only just want to talk about it, you really want to do it. Please go ahead and do it. Now, let's talk about the questions that I have a little bit here. And by the time we get, if we have any questions. So Jurgis says, Amazon, this is from our Facebook group. So Amazon has offered me a loan from them up to 6,000 over 9 months, total cost of 410. I know it depends on the individual case, but do you think it's a good idea in general? Jorgis, I have just actually this whole video is about how to get funding and why you should get funding and when you should get funding. So for me, go ahead and watch this video. You should be fine. Licia, I guess. She said, this is still on my record, even though I'm innocent and allowed to keep. So the situation here with Licia is basically she got a bad infringement or she got a false claims from other sellers or buyers or a brand owner. And then she actually went on top and she was able to resolve it. But the issue is that this claim or this complaint still stays in her account. So she's asking, how can I resolve that? So one of them, for sure, you can go ahead and contact Amazon, see if you can get it removed from your file, if it's possible. But most likely, you're going to get an attorney that specializes in Amazon FBA that's going to help you. I'm not going to be able to give you a legal advice, and it didn't happen to me. Knock wood, I hope never happens to me. But if it happened to me, I will let a lawyer take care of it. I'm not knowledgeable in this part of the business about writing letters, plan of action. I know to do it for little ones, like for retail online arbitrage. Small things, yes, but something like this, I would really seek a professional help. I think will help you better or more than me. Okay. Let me see. I have another question. Let me see it here. Sorry. Yeah, Nick says, is it possible to switch from Sellersfunding.com to the CA if I already have a listing on .com? Thanks, Ad. Yes, it's actually going to have, you can be able to switch from one account to another very easily. So you're going to have the tab, you're going to switch from one marketplace to another, and it's very easy to do and really, really, really easy. And yeah, the other one. The other question says, is there a Canadian wholesale site that you know which can help us get ungated? No, I don't. My account is really actually ungated for almost everything. In Canada is a little bit way easier than the US, so you might be surprised. You can get ungated in a lot of products very easily. What kind of app do you recommend for RA? I use the Seller Central app, or you can use Spotify if you want, but the Seller app for beginners is just enough and more than enough. Now, let me see the other question I have, and then we can call it a night. And don't forget, in our monthly contest, you have the chance to win 30 minutes meeting with me. You could get a listing optimization. You could get sequences, a Manychat sequence already made for you or set up, or we're going to have the email sequence downloaded or uploaded to your own Manychat for you to do whatever you want with it, or you can get a website made for you professionally. And these are the prizes that you're going to win from this contest. So, look into it if you want. Recently, number 3 says, recently launched my product and surprisingly selling quicker than I imagined. Down about 20% of my inventory in 10 days. Contacted my supplier who indicated they would be able to manufacture and ship by mid-February. Then assuming another 10 days for arrival. In case I do run out of inventory by then, what can I do to prevent any negative effect? I don't know. People here I think you're just selling more, which is be grateful. I think very good thing that you're really selling well and you have only 20%. Something you cannot do anything about it. You're going to run out of stock. I run out of stock. I'm still, my product is not even in yet with the other product that was making a lot of money for me, but I understood that it's okay for me to be late. It's actually just being shipped 3 days ago, the new shipment. So when that gets in, by the meantime, I close the listing and I suppress my listing. That's it. So close the listing to make sure that your listing is closed. And the second thing, make sure you suppress it. I'd rather suppress it right away Just change the image to an image that against Amazon term of service, and you will get suppressed, and that's gonna help you. But most likely, when you get back and you have enough, when you get back with a little bit of more PPC and everything, you'll be able to get back to where you are very easily. Let's see what else we have. Josh says, I know it's a naive question. What's the tax paper received from Amazon in January? What do you do about it? This is only for your records. So you're gonna get that tax information. It tells you how much you owe or how much you have collected sales tax, and this is where you're gonna hopefully use it for your accountant later on. That's it. I actually, first time I got it, I was so scared, but after that was easy. Let me see another question. Nick Das says, sad. What I meant, I got an US account for their 39, which is charged me about 55 Canadian. I'm trying to switch to Canadian account. Is there a way? I don't think there's a way. I don't think there's a way. If Amazon people or representatives, they tell you, hey, just go ahead and open another account, I'm guarantee you're going to get suspended. 100%. Do not listen to it. You actually cannot do anything about it now. Since you have an account, I think it's very hard for you to switch. Very hard to switch. So, yeah, I'm not sure. For the product, if you were able to manage to get an account, a Canadian account, it's easy for you to move the product there because you just list it as a hijacker. You're going to list the ACE and you'll be able to sell under the same listing. So you'll be able to do that. But you cannot do anything about it. That's why I did my Canadian and I'm saving on my monthly subscription, which is really, really, really awesome. But very good stuff. All right, guys. I know today was a lot of information. I think you got a lot about funding. I think all of you, maybe most of you, maybe some of you, maybe most of you, maybe a small percentage looking into how to fund their business. This is my opinion, how to fund your business. Do not waste, I believe, do not take money for starting a new business if you don't have the experience. But for existing product that are already profitable, already making money, I think it's a good idea to do it by borrowing money for cheap with low interest and investing the money with a product or with any other business that has a higher return on investment. That, let's say this, you're paying 10% and you're getting 100% there, you'll be able to make the difference of the split. And that's actually how Sellersfunding, this is how other funding companies they do. It's basically they borrow the money from the bank at 3%, 4%, then they lend it to you at 10%, and they make the difference. So you do the same thing with your knowledge, with how you can expand your business to be able to borrow at 10, you make 100, and you make the difference. So that's how it works. Go ahead, reach out to Sellersfunding, see if your account qualifies. It's a very easy process. You connect your account. It will tell you how much you can borrow up to, and that's updates every month. And that's going to help you. If you're selling very well, you'll be able to qualify for more and more as you build your relationship with them, which is a really good thing to do. So, guys, have yourself a wonderful, wonderful day. Do not give up in your 100K challenge. Go out there, find a product, search product. Make sure you launch a product in February, hopefully, or March once you get the product. And I cannot wait for you guys, your results. I cannot wait for 2020. Please share this video with people that you find this could be beneficial. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you'll be updated with the latest news and tips and tricks of how to make money on Amazon. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you and appreciate yourself. And let's get to that 10K subscribers by the end of this year. And let's get to your 100K challenge by the end of this year. Take care, everybody. I love you and take care. Bye-bye.